Hello everyone and welcome back to this Euro 2016 prediction series. We are now on the 4th episode, so we are, and now we are going to look at the semi-final predictions, my semi-final predictions, and we're going to recap on how I done during the quarter-final stage as well. So just to recap, after the round of 16, after the end of the last episode, we are on 35 out of 52 points. So we are, which is rather good, it's rather average, so it is. We're over halfway, and as I said at the end of the last episode, halfway is where I'm trying to aim for, as it's not too much and not too little. So just in case you've just joined us for the first time, or if you want to look through the rest of the series to catch up to this point before we carry on, that would be a good idea if this is your first episode. We're coming into the knockout stages. As I mentioned last episode, there is a new point system, as it was a different point system from last time from the group stages. I get 3 points if I correctly predict the winner, the loser, and if the match goes into extra time and penalties. I get 2 points if I correctly predict the winner and loser, but don't correctly predict the match goes into extra time and penalties, because if I predict the winner, I obviously correctly predict the loser as well. I get 1 point if I only predict the extra time and penalties correct, as again, if I incorrectly predict the winner, then I incorrectly predict the loser as well, and I get 0 points, which is the worst result we can get in this episode if I get 0 out of the 3 outcomes correct. So we're going to start off with the first match. The first match was Portugal versus Poland, and I predicted Portugal to win, Poland to be knocked out, and the match to go the full way. And it turns out it did, as Portugal won the match, Poland went out, and they went the full way to penalties, which means that we get 3 points added on to your tally, which is a very good start to this episode. Poland started things off really good, as Lewandowski scored within the first 2 minutes. Then Renato Sanchez scored for Portugal in the 33rd minute, and that was the way it ended after full time, and then the match went on to extra time, which ended itself in stalemate as well, so it carried on right through to penalties. And the first 3 penalties that were taken by both teams were actually scored. Cristiano Ronaldo, Sanchez again, and João Moutinho all scored their penalties, and then in response Lewandowski, Milik and Glick from Poland's side converted theirs. So the next penalty for Portugal was Nani, and he converted as well. And then Patricio, he saved Błaszczykowski's penalty, which put Portugal at the upper hand as they had scored all theirs. And Fabianski so close to getting Crespo's shot away, but unfortunately he only got fingertips to it, and that meant that Portugal went through on penalties. So that's a very good start for us. And again, Portugal's performance is not living up to expectations, but they're scraping through, so they are, and they reached the semi-finals. They've been playing scrappy at the minute, especially from the group stages at the start, but somehow they reached the semi-finals, and we're going to see who they end up playing in the semis later on in this episode. The next match is Belgium versus Wales. Now, Belgium to win, Wales to go out, and the match again to go into extra time and penalties. And it was actually the complete opposite to what I predicted. Wales actually came through 3-1 winners with goals from Williams, Robson Kanu and Vokes, which is very good for them. Very good for the home nations. Getting one nation through to the semi-finals from the United Kingdom is phenomenal. So as to be in the top 4 in the competition. But unfortunately for our predictions, Wales winning means that we incorrectly predicted the winner, and the loser is Belgium lost. And then as the match only went to 90 minutes, it didn't go any farther, and we incorrectly predicted the extra time and penalties. So bad result for us, but really good result for Wales. As I said, Williams, Robson Kanu and Vokes scored for them, and Nangolan with a really good strike for Belgium to start the whole thing off. Belgium went 1-0 up, but unfortunately they couldn't carry that on, and Wales just went on the rampage for the rest of the game, and they ended up winning 3-1. But that being said, now this isn't the highest scoring match in this episode, which you'll have to see later on. But this is a really good result for Wales. And we'll also see who they'll be playing in the second part of this episode. So match 3 in the quarterfinals was a massive match, the biggest of the 4 matches in the quarterfinals, as it was Germany versus Italy, the 2 runners-up in the last 2 European Championships. Germany runners-up in Euro 2008 and Italy runners-up in Euro 2012. And we put Germany to go through, Italy to go out, and the match to go the full way to extra time or even penalties. And our prediction was totally right. So it was like the first match. Germany went through, Italy went out, and the match went all the way. It went straight through extra time and straight to penalties as well, which was heartbreaking for Italy. So it was, as coming up against the Germans, they're formidable at penalties. And that would have been a great motivation for them to go through to the semi-finals, as Germany were a really good squad. But unfortunately, as it did come down to penalties, the Germans won as per usual, and that meant that Italy were knocked out. But saying that, Ozil opened the scoring, so he did in the 65th minute. But speaking of penalties, Bonucci scored in the 78th minute to keep it level. That was actually a penalty as well, so it was good target practice for them before the actual penalty shootout kicked off. And it was actually, even though Germany won, it was actually misses all round. So there was 7 misses altogether. From Germany's side, Thomas Müller, Mesut Ozil and Bastian Schweinsteiger all missed. And from Italy's side, Zaza, Pella, Bonucci, who actually scored previously, missed the second penalty, and Darmian as well. So that meant that as Italy had 4 penalties missed, Germany had 3, and that meant that they went through. And that means that Germany are in a very strong position, so they are to go through and maybe even go through into the final now. They were favourites, so they were to win the whole tournament, but we'll have to see. If they win, they've only got 2 more matches to win, and even if they take the match to penalties, then hopefully they can perform better at penalties than they did in this episode. And unfortunately, Italy were knocked out in this match, and that means again, since 2006, they will not enter the final of a major tournament, so that is unlucky for them. But it's very good for us, as we get another 3 points added on to our tally, and we're going to see the final match of the quarterfinals. Now, the final match in the quarterfinals was France versus Iceland. Now, we have France to go through, Italy to go out, and the match to be completed within the 90 minutes. And again, it was full house, so it was. France went through, Iceland were knocked out, and the match stopped within the 90 minutes because it was the highest scoring match. As I said, Wales versus Belgium at 3-1 wasn't the highest scoring match, as France beat Iceland 5-2 to go through into the semi-finals of their home tournament. With goals from Giroud. Giroud scored in the 12th and 59th minute, Pogba scored in the 19th, Payet scored in the 42nd, and Griezmann scored in the 45th. So they were 4-0 up within the first half, so they were giving Iceland a bigger battering than obviously England did in Iceland's previous game, and that definitely set them up for the end of the game, as they scored another, as I said, from Giroud. Then Thorson and Bjornsson scored for Iceland in the closing minutes, but unfortunately they couldn't overhaul a 4-goal lead that France had at half time, and even conceding Giroud's second goal, that was the final nail in the coffin, and it stopped any comeback that Iceland could have and any momentum that was built up from their first goal. And don't take it away from Iceland, they played very, very well. Even scoring 2 goals against the hosts, we've dampened it down a bit, so we have, as they conceded 5. But they scored 2 goals against France, they scored 2 goals against England as well, which is very good showing. 4 goals in 2 matches against 2 very, very decent footballing nations. Getting into the quarterfinals as well, with the group that they had, with Portugal and Austria beating both of them, going through in the top 2 of their group, which is very good showing for them at the start, and then carried it over to beat England in the round of 16, and then unfortunately going out against France, the hosts of the tournament. So that set France up very well. They've shown they got the scoring boots on, and we're going to see the semi-finals, who they're going to play, but this is very good for them, as definitely they know how to score goals now, so they definitely had enough practice at this match, and I think they're going to need it in the next one, as we're going to see who they play in the semi-finals later on in this episode. So the quarterfinals, final score 9 out of 12. We got the maximum of 3 points for winner, loser and extra time and penalties out of 3 out of the 4 matches that we had to predict, which is very, very good. So it's us another 9 points added on to our series total. And our series total is 44 out of 64. Out of the whole tournament so far, we've only lost 20 points, which is, I'm very happy about that. So it is now, as we're way over the target that I set myself, which would be 32 at the minute. But definitely, hopefully this can carry on throughout the semi-finals and the final itself. So now we're going to look at my semi-final predictions. So my semi-final predictions. Now, there's 2 matches in this, only 2 matches, so we can either get a whole pile of points or we can lose a whole pile of points as well at this stage, as there's not that many matches to predict and points will be scarce coming into the latter stages of the tournament. So my first match, Wales versus Portugal, and I put Wales to go through with Portugal losing out. And the match, I think, is going to be showing Wales' performance in the last match against Belgium. I think they can score and keep the lead within the 90 minutes of the game, and extra time and penalties will not be needed to find a winner in this match. So I think that's the way it will turn out. As Portugal have been very scrappy at the minute. So they have, as I said, during the whole tournament, they haven't really shone. They went through on penalties and they scraped through their group with teams that they should have beaten and should have beaten well. Such as Hungary, Austria and Iceland as well. So I think this will be the end of the road. And it would be a very, very good performance to see Wales in the final of a major tournament after so many years of them waiting to get to the tournament in the first place. And it would be very good for the Welsh side and from the home nation side in the United Kingdom as well, just to see them get through to a major tournament final. And they've done so well throughout this tournament, and it would be nice to see them finish it off with either runner-up spot or even winning the whole thing altogether. But it'll be very difficult as the other semi-final, France versus Germany, the 2 favourites at the start of the tournament to win the whole thing. And I think France will go through as their hosts. They got the momentum after, as I said, they had the scoring boots on during the Iceland game. But I think Germany's defence will definitely be a lot more harder to break down than the Iceland's defence. But I think the momentum the whole way through, the crowd has been back in France the whole way, and I think that'll be the difference between the 2 sides. But I think it'll go down to extra time and penalties. Hopefully for the French side it doesn't go down to penalties. As I said, Germany are very good at them. But I think France should go through to another home final as the last couple of major tournaments in the World Cup and the Euro Championships as well. They've went very far. They've already come through in the semi-finals and they've won a couple of the major tournaments that have been hosted in France. So I think this will be potentially another one in their tally. It just depends who they come up against and if they can navigate beating Germany as well in the semi-finals. So that is my roundup of the semi-final predictions. Very short, very snappy, and the next episode we're going to see how we do, and there'll be a special episode for the final as there's not many matches to predict and the video would be rather short, but there's going to be a special episode next time, but you'll have to wait and see what it is in the next episode in the next number of days. So that is another prediction episode done. I can't believe we're in the semi-finals already, and within the next week the tournament will be over. So that'll be sad. The month of football will be finished, but fortunately it's got us through June, so it has, and with the football season kicking off in mid-August, there isn't that long to wait to the Premiership season starting again, so you shouldn't be too disappointed with that now. So with the semi-final predictions made, thanks very much for watching this episode. Hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, see you in the next episode. Bye!